Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, September 30th, 2013. If you're a Radio Newark listener and want to watch the broadcast, please go to www.catex.com. There was a private jet crash in Santa Monica, California at about midnight last night Eastern Time. It was a twin-engine Citation jet with 8 potential passengers on board and 2 crew members. A total of 10 people could have been on board. The plane originated in Sun Valley, Idaho, and was scheduled to land in Santa Monica. The Santa Monica airport is an airport where many celebrities in the entertainment industry keep their planes, and of course Sun Valley, Idaho is a entertainment celebrity vacation home center, so it's not yet known who's on the plane. It was an unsurvivable crash. Pictures indicate that there's no way anybody could have survived. More information is going to be forthcoming later this morning. Meanwhile, in the United States, we've been distracted by the Syrian situation and the Iranian situation. But of course, at midnight tonight, the government is essentially going to have to close down, all because of approximately 40 Tea Party anarchists in the House of Representatives who are intent on putting together a law that would stop President Obama's Affordable Health Care Act, which was passed by the Congress, signed into law by the President, and upheld by the Republican-dominated Supreme Court. It's not yet known what's going to happen. However, the Senate, which is controlled by Democrats, have indicated that they are not going to budge. So shutdown is likely. Financial markets around the world are expecting the worst. Meanwhile, in Thailand, heavy monsoon flooding continues to affect the country. Some 27 provinces have been flooded. It will not apparently reach the central industrial area around Bangkok as the 2011 floods did. However, at this point, about 1.5 million people have already been evacuated. Meanwhile, more flooding is expected because of a typhoon called Wutip, W-U-T-I-P, which is approaching the Chinese island of Hainan, which is that island off the coast of Vietnam and China. Some 70 people are reported missing after a number of fishing boats have been sunk. The typhoon is expected to make landfall in Hainan and then sweep into Vietnam and cause more flooding in Thailand later today and tomorrow. A second big earthquake has struck in Baluchistan, Pakistan, this one on Saturday. This was a 6.8 quake. According to the Baluch authorities, there may have been little left of damage after Tuesday's earthquake, which was 7.7. Few of the mud and homemade brick homes in the area have survived, and hundreds of thousands of people are sleeping outside. In Paris on Friday afternoon, a large explosion in central Paris, up in the northern part of the city, blew up a garage, breaking windows and causing surrounding buildings to shake. The blast killed 3 people. Apparently it was an accident. The cause of the explosion is yet unknown. And in London, the new British regulatory authority for banking and insurance, called the Prudential Regulation Authority, has indicated that they're going to issue a statement this week over possible risks associated with catastrophe bonds. It's understood that the PRA is looking closely at the quality of collateral and has concerns about the rush of money pouring into the sector. Typically, insurance-linked security deals, which include cat bonds, are fully collateralized and backed by assets that can be seized in the event of default. According to the Financial Times, the PRA is examining the collateral used in such arrangements. Where have these guys been? This train is well out of the station. Toby Esser's Cooper Gay Sweat & Crawford has reported steady revenues for 2012. This is the last day of September, and they're reporting their 2012 numbers. Fees and commissions have edged up to $348 million U.S. from $344 million the previous year. Earnings dipped a little bit from $69 million U.S. to $67 million. They did have a transformational year, as the report said, in 2012, citing the sale of a major stake in the firm to a private equity investor called Lightyear Capital. Mr. Esser said the firm is well positioned for its next stage of growth and development, and he's probably correct. A company that wishes they were in Cooper Gay's position is Tower Group. Their shares dipped more than 15% on Friday. Their capitalization is now below the $400 million mark. As recently as August 7th, their capitalization was $1.25 billion. This was revealed, of course, on Friday after the Insurance Insider reported the company had hired Barclays Bank and Bank of America with J.P. Morgan Chase to try to sell the firm. Meanwhile, keep your eyes on this. On Friday, Tom Bolt, the performance manager of Lloyd's, is giving a talk in the Illinois Center on South Wacker Drive in Chicago, a luncheon talk. The title of his talk is Risk Managing Risk Takers. Mr. Bolt is likely to make a little news. He has deep roots in the Chicago area. He attended and graduated from Northwestern University, undergraduate and business school, I believe. He has been known in the past to make some fairly hard and fast statements about the need to regulate risk takers. That is, after all, his job. We'll keep an eye on that. It might be very interesting. If you're interested in seeing the talk in person, you can find out about it on the internet. It's Friday, October 4th. That's the news for today. We'll keep our eyes on the government shutdown. If there's any news other than that, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.